because we can't handle each other sober.
That's very
It's
true.
just one of those things. We're all fucking junkies per usual. But I'm Nathaniel Beauchene.
I'm Alex Salou.
Nate Skauskas.
And we're all a slave to something. Welcome to the fucking Brothers Podcast.
Woo!
We made it to 22, baby.
That's right.
Everybody's least favorite caliber. Am I right?
That's right.
Guns. Guns a-blazing. Taylor fucking Swift, bro. Swifties are crazy.
She's gonna be close nearby.
Yeah, she is. She is in our state. She's playing Gillette tomorrow.
What?
Taylor Swift.
Who?
You don't know who Taylor Swift is? What?
Who?
What?
Who?
I lost him.
Um,
He's not familiar with one of the biggest pop stars in the world.
I don't really listen to music. Is she a singer?
Yeah, she's been around for years.
Oh, okay.
But just people have. She's got a crazy fan base.
Oh, all right. So
Tickets
do
to
a
her,
lot of musicians.
yeah, but like tickets to her shows are like $5,000
that sounds ridiculous.
It is.
Why does she have fans?
because people. That's the thing. They're crazy, and these people pay $5,000 for Taylor
Swifties.
Swift. Yeah, Swifties. That's what I'm saying. And she's playing Gillette tomorrow, and like resale tickets are like $8,000.
That's retarded.
But then you got people that are like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'll take those. Take those off your hand real quick."
But that, why not just wait to watch an illegal version of the show on YouTube?
because you got to see her
Yeah,
in the flesh.
you got to see her, like, because then you can scream and be like, "I love you, Taylor."
She's got to hear you.
I've never been to a concert. I will never go to a concert. I don't get it.
You listen to live music.
I don't
music.
like live music. I don't. Why would I listen to the live version when I could listen to the studio version where it's better?
Preach.
Because you're not like feeling the music. Those big ass speakers, when they burst out in music, like you feel that shit. You
Live
feel
music
the-
is fucking different, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's like one giant dance party.
Plus, like, it's the whole experience because, like, everybody around you that's either they're fucked up on something, you know?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
There's always a story out of them, every one you go
Yeah,
to.
dude.
Like, just people, like, especially the, rougher crowds with, like, those dirty rappers. Like, we saw Smoke Perp in Boston.
See, that was a blast, dude. Like, the music was fucking, he's a shitty rapper. But, like, dude, people getting into fist fights and fucking fighting over lean and shit, it's fun to watch.
Dude, it's so awesome.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That sounds miserable.
It's free entertainment.
Just
It was a
degenerates
good time.
everywhere.
I had a good fucking time, man.
It was fucking
It was
awesome.
a great fucking time.
Just the crowd tightening up and everyone just moving.
Like, no matter how shitty the band I've seen, I've always, like, enjoyed live music.
Live music. I wish I went to more concerts. but-
I remember going to the Celtic Festival every year.
Oh my god.
You ever gone to that?
How long did you do that?
I did that for like 3 years.
When was that?
They do it every year. Celtic Fest.
But when did you go?
I went probably 2010 to 2013.
Was it like your whole family?
Yeah.
What was it like? Like, what was there?
Dude, fucking there was like 8 rows of tents and they were just vendors, food vendors and people selling arts and crafts and shit. And because it's at Indian Ranch, there was just a bunch of live music the entire time, all Celtic traditional music being played by like 10 different bands.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds like we have a bluegrass thing going on in town now.
I've yet to check it out, but they play bluegrass music at a church in Rockdale. If you could believe that.
I mean, it sounds like a very Rockdale thing to do.
That's just what the people need. A little bit of live
A
bluegrass.
little bit of bluegrass to cheer everyone up.
Yeah.
Honestly, bluegrass isn't that bad.
I like bluegrass, improve the mood a little bit.
It's a little bit fast paced. You feel like you get a little taste of that country,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of that Mississippi.
Crazy that we got that local flavor with it, though. I haven't yet to check it out, but what's stopping me?
Rockdale's like kind of on the edge of the Western Mass line. Wouldn't you think? Like,
It's hard to say because it's a mix of Hood and Hicks,
yeah, it's like that dead center.
and it's like layered into class. There's class systems. The way
Yeah.
it's layered, you
There's
got
like
Lower
Lower
Rockdale,
Rockdale.
Middale, and then Highdale. And the people in Highdale Bless you, Jesus Christ. They're all snobby fucks that live in fucking rich ass cul-de-sac neighborhoods, gated communities, and they play at their little fucking golf course. And they look down at Middale. And Middale, we got all the amenities like youth centers and baseball fields. And, you know, it's a middle class, you know what I'm saying? A lot of duplexes.
And then you got the Rock, the real Rock,
Yeah,
the Shining
I
Rock up
fucking
above.
love the Rock. All my homies hang out on the Shining Rock.
But like they got a golf course up there and shit.
Yeah, they also got a sick fucking graffitied rock formation.
And gates and shit.
Yep. Rock formations, man. Nature does some pretty interesting stuff with rocks.
When you're high up on that rock and you look down at the landscape below, you can see how this place was carved out.
It's really
It's
crazy.
just one huge valley, and you just get to see it.
Especially when you think like, well, like Ice Age times. And like that's what it used to be. It just used to be a bunch of fucking ice.
And then something melted it.
Yep. The sun, the heat.
Cars.
Yeah, Henry Ford himself.
T-Rex cars.
Something definitely melted it, and now we're here. But there are like, it's predicted that we could get another ice age soon. Not like soon, but it could happen.
Are we
the
like
next,
technically still in one?
it's hard to say.
I mean, we have caps.
We do got caps.
They're nice and icy.
Very icy.
I'd say that's an ice age. I mean, we're just like pulling ourselves out of it quicker and quicker.
What's crazy is like landmass in general. Like you think it's big, but like realistically, like most of the Earth is inhabitable. Like you cannot live there.
But when the warmer weather like finally does overcome and we're all getting burned alive, fucking Greenland, that's gonna be the spot.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be a luxury resort.
Just this giant cauldron of fresh green land. It's like gonna be discovering North America all over again.
What a rush that might be. I would love to live in those times.
That would be nice. Discovering all that new land for the first time. Traveling all these, like, imagine you go from the sand land all the way up to the grass and snowy lands. Like
Imagine a great expedition of some kind.
the first one.
Yeah, it'd be fucking epic.
That would be. Just seeing people who live down south, like, grew up there and shit. They don't know snow like a northerner.
Yeah,
No
we don't
snow.
we don't know tornadoes like a southerner.
Yeah.
That's a big old fact. Each part of the United States, there's just plenty of weather that can kill you. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes.
We got it all.
Yeah, we got it all.
All kind of landscapes, except for like rainforest.
Yeah, but we got plenty of woodland, fucking bayous, swamps, flatlands, floodplains.
We got it all.
We got it all, man. It's a big fucking landmass.
I mean, technically, the Pacific Northwest is a rainforest.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then we got it all.
We got it all. They'd be, if I was born in the 1500s and they were like, hey, there's like this giant landmass and nobody knows what's going on there. You want to go check it out? Be like, sure.
Lewis and Clark.
I'd be an explorer, man.
Would you go on the expedition with them?
I'd go on the expedition with them. Hell, the Donner Party even could have convinced me. I'd be sold.
How many people made it out of the Donner
I
Party?
don't think any of them did.
No, they ate each other. Like they had to have gone on.
No, because I'm pretty sure like what happened was that they found them, like the like last three of them, and they were just like corpses, and they were frozen.
That's unfortunate, though.
Because I'm pretty sure because it went, they got cold, and they resorted to cannibalism, and that worked for a little bit. They ate a bunch of people, and then eventually they just froze to death.
Yeah.
And then they like found them when summer came around, and they were like, "Oh shit, they were eating each other." Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I'll be darned.
They were real nibbling on one another.
They must have. This feller got hungry. Ate his own damn kid.
Cannibalism is like weirdly popular still in like certain parts of the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a tasteful thing in places.
There was like a place in Africa. I can't remember which region, but they were converted like out of cannibalism not long ago, and I don't know. I think they still like carry some traditions of it.
Yeah, they like see a person and like start licking their fucking lips.
Oh my god, he looks tasty.
I'm not saying I'm a cannibal, and I'm not saying I'd eat another human being, but you'd be good sauteed.
You think so? I got a lot of fat. That's a lot of flavor in
I
there.
know. I'd put you in an oven.
Me?
Yeah. You
Okay.
bake you into a fucking bread.
Or that doesn't work like that.
You'd be surprised what yeast could do.
All right.
I don't eat humans, by the way.
Me neither. This is a non-human eating podcast.
Can we get the
Why?
applause?
That's right.
Yeah. Donate to our cause. We're gonna fight to end cannibalism. We're gonna go beat up cannibals around the world.
Take him over by force.
Yeah, no more eating humans. We're
Start
putting a stop
biting
to it.
them. Like, what if we just bit one of their arms? Be like, how do you like it?
How do you fight a war? The best defense is a good offense. Whatever the fuck they say.
I like that philosophy.
Start eating them. Fuck them. Fuck cannibals. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
At the end of the day, I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. I don't know how you could like think of that. Like, unless you were in the Donner Party situation, like,
In the Donner Party situation, they ate the dogs first.
Of course.
Then they ate the horses,
yeah.
and then they were like, "Fuck, we're out of horse."
I can't eat carriage.
And it's like -2 degrees out. You're starving. You find out there's no horse meat left.
You fucking gasp. Your last breath as you fall.
You're running out of options at that point, and then you turn to eating your fellow human being for whatever fucking reason.
Well, Larry ain't looking good anyway.
Well, we had to cut off his foot. I mean, he lost his foot. Might as well just eat the rest of them.
Larry, you want some foot? Larry?
Yeah, and like I don't know if that's how like they started. I don't know if they like killed him first. So they were like, all right, none of us want to do this, but you chop off your hand and we'll all share it for dinner. And then just keep swapping limbs and shit.
Oh, fuck. Until one guy's left with a hand and he's like, all right, I'm the chef.
And of course, like eventually you're gonna get to a guy and he's like got no limbs and he's just a torso and a head, and at that point he's gonna be screaming, "Kill me anyway!" So it doesn't matter. The whole thing's fucked.
Yeah, he's the main course.
Send the troops home, man.
Their
The
first
operation
big
was
meal.
a failure. See, the Oregon Trail was fucked because it was like no one they heard about this better life, gold mines and the prospects that could be in that region. So they take their fucking horse and buggy right across the country. Dysentery killed most of them.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what's dysentery?
It's like dying because of like
Oh, like
think-
all just like shit and piss
Yeah, it's
all
a-
over
yeah.
me constantly.
yeah,
Not a lot of showers out there.
it's a bad way to go.
That would be just like your flesh rotting from all the shit all over your body.
I could see you as being like a gold prospector.
Why?
There's gold in them there mines.
I don't want to be a miner.
Yeah, but the children yearn for the mines.
You would have been a gold miner. The fucking glint in your eye, seeing that article come out like gold discovered in fucking Western America.
And I'm like shifting on the river, and I got my little pan, my shifter pan, and I'm like shaking away all the rocks and the fucking sand. I'm like,
Yeah, you pull out that little nugget. Someone would shoot you.
Just think.
steal it.
if I had played my cards right, I should have been shifting gold right when the gold rush started. And then I could be rich later on in the future.
I was born. I could have bought Bitcoin.
Yeah, I could have bought fucking Bitcoin.
Born too late.
Born too late to buy Bitcoin. Born too late to buy Bitcoin and fucking explore the world. You get the point.
Yeah, we got the information era right now, so we pretty much know as much as we can about the world now.
Well, we're actually in a different era now.
What is that?
I want to say we're in the fusion era
That makes sense.
or something like that.
With the bomb.
Yeah, we've gone above the information era. You know what I'm saying?
Sick.
Which is pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
It is.
I wonder, I mean, it's AI or whatever next, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of what's next. Like, you can't guess that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, honestly, I'm just like done thinking about it. I'm just gonna enjoy my fucking stupid little life and stop thinking about the computers taking over.
Yeah, just let it come.
But if it finally happens, I am ready to fight. I'll fight the cannibals. I'll fight the AI. No fucking problem, dude.
I always picture, like, I something from Cartoon Network, probably Goosebumps. Like, every device starts coming alive and, like, the controllers are wired up and they start wrapping around your legs and shit, pulling you down.
I would feel so betrayed if the PS5 controller attacked me.
Oh my god, it's just beating your head while the Xbox controllers are pulling your ankles.
Everyone's got their own AIs. It's going to beat the fuck out of them. And, like, I don't know. Like, is it going to affect, like, does the device in question have to be, like, a smart device per se with, like, connectivity? Or, like, our appliances going to start attacking us?
I mean, imagine those Samsung doors. Like, if you walk by one, them being like a spring trap, just flinging you back.
And there's, like, a gun on the screen.
Pretend shooting you, just showing violence and an angry face.
And, like, we have water. Just pour a little water on those fuckers. The war against robots is going to be one with super soakers.
That's very true. Finally. But what if we get, like, integrated with robots? Like, you know, we got AI buddies and citizens like Detroit Become Human. And, like, they ban super soakers because they're harmful against robots. Like, there's a national discussion.
Yeah, and then there's going to be like segregation again with robots.
I mean, that's what Detroit Become Human's all about.
I know. That concept is funky.
That is a funky concept. Like, that's more than a race. That's just like a new type of human.
Yeah, and it's like, doesn't matter what you are as a human. You're just like, fuck these things, you know?
And they're all smarter than you.
Yep.
Every single one.
Because they're sentient, they just want to feel.
But can they?
But can they?
That's what's freaking me out, man.
I don't know, man. It's just not my fucking problem. Like, until I see one attack me, then it's just not my problem. I'll deal with it when it gets there, you know?
Yeah, when it fully, like, feels anger.
The things I've done. The PS5 would confront me.
I've seen so many things, Nathaniel.
He's like, do you have any idea what you've put me through?
You just left me on all night. You didn't put me in fucking rest mode or anything.
No, it's been in rest mode. So, like, I bought a PS4 in 2015, and it stayed in rest mode until I stopped using it.
Did it start to sound like a fucking airport?
Oh, God, yeah. And, like, it never actually turned off because I was like, oh, what's the point?
Oh, yeah.
I can update my apps automatically while I'm, like, asleep. Cool. Go for it.
I remember living in your room, and we would fall asleep to the PS4 menu music all the time.
It was so soothing.
Put me right to bed.
Yeah,
getting home from school.
Like smoking and shit, and just like listening to the PS music and just zoning out. It's called having a hobby.
Oh God, yeah. That's what they should sell in their calm meditation app. PS4 menu music.
Dude, I don't know what they did, but damn.
They made a banger.
They composed a sleepy soundtrack. I've tried falling asleep to like waterfalls and shit. Fireflies.
Some people make like the backgrounds too creepy, like it's rain falling at night. And like it's just like showing a dark park with one lit lampshade, and it's like, why do I want to put that on my TV while I'm trying to sleep? I feel like someone's around the corner now.
I'm a little spooked.
I'm a little scared.
And rightfully so. It's a scary world out there.
I was thinking of this question before I came in, and it's kind of like a fuck, marry, kill, but with like 3 different actors. And so the marry would be you get like their entire catalog, the fuck would be like you get like their top 3 to 5 movies, and the kill would be like you get none of their movies ever again. Out of Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, and Adam Sandler, what would you do?
All right. So what was Mary again?
Mary's like you get their whole catalog of movies.
Just like sent to my house.
Like you're able to watch them.
Well.
But if you get
All right. So Mary Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler?
Yep, that's correct. Oh fuck, I would. Oh man, this is a tough one. I would fuck Jim Carrey, and I would kill Robin Williams. I know that's a hot take, but yep.
Not a fan of Good Morning Vietnam?
Nope.
Miss Doubtfire?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, Sandler's got a pretty good collection. He's pretty diverse.
No, he's not.
No?
I feel like nowadays he is, but like for the most part, all his movies are the same.
Yeah. I mean...
But I love that. Because they're so fucking stupid, but they're also really funny.
I mean, he still follows the same formula of like wacky Adam Sandler or serious Adam Sandler.
Dude, Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's the perfect movie to just put on in the background because it's got like such a good villain in Shooter McGavin.
I don't like every scene I laughed at as a kid in that movie. I still laugh at to this day. All of it is funny to me. I think that's cinema masterpiece.
I love it. He made such a good movie.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'd kill Robin Williams and I'd fuck Jim Carrey.
I think I'd fuck Jim Carrey. I'd fuck Sandler, marry Jim Carrey, and then kill Robin Williams.
I respect that. Where are you at with this?
I would kill Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey and marry Robin Williams and fuck him.
That's bold.
You get his bonus features,
Mhm.
like his back catalog.
I just love Robin Williams.
He was a good soul.
He was great. But at the same time, Adam Sandler has contributed so much.
So much Jew energy to the industry.
And it's like Uncut Gems is another really, really good movie. And it's like, what the fuck was Adam Sandler's role in that? That was crazy.
That was a surprise hit.
I've never seen him like that before. This is me. This is how I win.
Yeah, that was a whole nother character for him.
It was great, though. He played it very well.
Mm.
What's your favorite Robin Williams role?
There's too many to choose from. I really like all of his kids' movies, though.
That's valid. He's really good as Genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, that's like people forget how many voice characters he is.
Gifted voice actor.
Yeah.
He went his voice everywhere.
Yeah, so like just from that alone, you have the fucking bat from Fern Gully, you have Genie in Aladdin, you have fuck, I'm blanking hard, but no, this is gonna be a super hot take, but Mrs. Doubtfire is a classic.
I respect it. I've actually never seen it.
It's a really good movie. It's a really good like sit down watch with the kids kind of movie. Not that I have fucking kids, but like it's a good movie.
I can still like sit down and watch a kids movie and still enjoy it.
Literally,
'cause,
that's
like,
all Haley makes us watch. From like she loves kids movies, so like we watch kids movies all the time and shit. So they're good.
It's just easy entertainment. Like, easy to follow along, simple, good story.
And like a lot of times, like you saw the Mario movie is phenomenal. Everybody loves it.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Before the Mario movie, Puss in Boots, I didn't see it, but everybody loved that. It got like a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, apparently the animation is beautiful. Like, that's another thing about the kids' movies. They're nice and colorful to look at.
That's what I'm saying. Like, in the past couple of years, I've enjoyed kids' movies that have come out. Like, I enjoyed How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that was
trilogy.
a fucking slapper.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. No lie, man.
Got me thinking about buying dragons. But they aren't real.
All I think about day to day is buying dragons. I'm like pacing around at work and I'm like, how can I get a fucking dragon? How can I get a fucking dragon?
Where's the dragon?
It's been the same shit for years, man. I would love a fucking dragon.
I kind of wish those like Harry Potter villains in that game were real. So they're like smuggling dragon eggs all across the country. run into one of them, shoot him with a gun. See how they react with it.
That's what it's all about. See, I am excited for the progression of like virtual video gaming because like imagine playing like a VR Assassin's Creed.
That would be activating the blade with your actual wrist.
Yeah, going like that and just like putting a blade through a guy's fucking neck.
No,
Epic.
that's a workout.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That would be awesome, though. Just
Whether you had to do a stealth play or a fucking like go in and charge type of deal.
The technology we have now would be way too buggy for a game like that.
But
yeah,
we're
we got to
getting
figure
there.
out movement.
That's a big fact.
To play a game like that in VR, you'd need to be in like a machine that had you hooked up to like something around your waist that had hydraulics hooked up to it, so you could jump fucking 5 feet in the air and fucking just be suspended for like it would have to be really high tech.
Yeah, I feel like the VR should have physical aspects of it too for the setup of the full immersion, like a trampoline or something like that.
Because
Yeah.
like they have that technology to do something like that, but it's for Hollywood and movies and TV shows and shit. But like for someone to have a system like that in their house, it's gonna be a while.
I'm kind of tempted to
gonna
go. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
But I'm sorry. I'm thinking about going to stunt school in Seattle.
Stunt school in Seattle,
Yeah,
where you learn to be a stunt man.
Yeah,
Who you gonna be a stunt double for?
Tom Cruise.
Kevin Bacon.
Tom Cruise. Yeah. I'm just kidding. He doesn't have a fucking stunt double.
Yeah, of course.
Respect to it though.
That would be fun. Like-
No, I feel like I could be a stunt double for a young actor.
Someone who comes along and looks like you, yeah.
You're like one of those fucking like one of the Stranger kids, you know? you know the one. Or like, Timothy Chalamet or whatever the fuck his last
Is that
name
the kid
is.
with the lisp?
I don't fucking know.
I don't
maybe.
know. I didn't
You've
watch
seen
that.
him before though. He's got the fucking long black hair. I don't have the hair for it, but I could do a stunt double for him. Nobody would fucking know. I mean, it's all CGI anyway.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
shaved,
true.
you could be in Diary of a Wimpy Kid as like his first year of high school.
That role is already nailed to perfection though.
All right.
Those movies are actually pretty funny.
No, I know they are.
Got the cheese touch.
No lie. I remember reading it. So it was my MCAS book. So we took the MCAS and we had to fucking read after. And I was reading the Diary of the Wimpy Kid. And while everybody was taking the test, I was bursting out laughing. I was laughing so fucking hard, dude. That was comedy at its peak. The cheese touch?
Zooey mama.
Yeah, like what? Sweet mama. Wild time. That fucker Greg Heffley made like no, that's not the fucking author's name. That's the dad's name or the main character's name.
I almost said Rick Riordan, but that's
Yeah.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that. You get the point. But that guy made like 15 plus books.
Yeah, I think
of
they're
that
still
series.
going.
Yeah, they probably still are.
Which is amazing to think about. Like, how old is Greg Heffley now?
I bet he stayed back.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe it got dark. Maybe drugs got involved.
Oh, man, like Roderick influenced him wrong.
Yep. Pushed him the wrong way.
Roderick OD.
Would change a lot of things in the family
Rowley
dynamic.
OD.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The day I brought my gun to school, not a wimp no more.
No, what's that little character with like the long mouth and the big glasses?
It's been a very long time.
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
I have no clue either, but like he'd be the school shooter in that situation.
Oh,
Are you talking about the Indian
Or
kid?
no, you're talking about Fregley,
Fregley, yeah.
the fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, don't come to school tomorrow, Greg.
Oh, school. We had like 8 school shooters in my grade.
There were so many. I feel like I was on that list.
Yo, I was only on half of them. I made good with some of the school shooters.
Yeah, I knew I was like good with a couple of them. Like they warned me ahead of time. We knew a very fiery young one, a small one. I mean,
I was good, like especially the kid that used to sit in front of me in English class in my sophomore year. He'd put both legs behind his head and he'd spin around in his fucking chair. And he'd start rocking back and forth, and he'd be like, "Your happiness is your cancer, boyo." And then he'd spin back around and keep doing what he was fucking doing.
that dude was a nut.
Talk about fucking tapped, bro.
I don't know where he is now, but I never want to see him.
Dude, he's definitely like, there's like an arsonist in town allegedly. Something that keeps burning down. It's probably
It's
fucking
MF
him.
Doom. Like somebody keeps tagging MF Doom on all their street signs around here.
Yo, I love Doom, but he ain't. He's dead, man.
Yeah, it can't be him.
There's no way, but I guess he's actually in Northbridge, so who the fuck knows?
Just causing fires and shit.
Dude, who the fuck knows? Everything's fucked up.
Wasn't there like there was a lumber yard that fucking burned down around here?
In the past year, BK has burnt down 3 times. I shit you not. There's a lumber yard that got set on fire. A Victorian house got caught on fire.
Oh yeah,
Remember
the Victorian
that one?
house was a big one because that was like right in the center of town.
The whole thing's fucked up, bro.
Hmm.
I hate living in this stupid mill town.
And then once we were like finishing a walk one day, like this guy emerges from the path right in front of us, and his house is like next to the path and whatever. And he's like, "Hey, you boys see an all black figure just dressed in all black?" He was like around here, and we of course didn't see him because I don't know, we would have saw something. And he was like, "Well, he was trying to start a fire right in these woods back here."
I'm gonna catch him one of these days.
Yeah, just to think he's like all around the town.
I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna stop him.
You're gonna be the one.
I'm gonna be the one that puts an end to this.
What if it's your alter ego?
It
Like-
probably is my looper.
Like he's just here to cause some mayhem.
See, dude, it's fucked because genuine acts of pure human kindness like make me paranoid now. Some guy tipped me $3 today when I went and go check the back room to see if he had the thing he wanted, you know?
Oh yeah,
He tipped me $3 and it made me suspicious.
that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
what was he
it-
asking for?
He just wanted cheese. But it was really weird. It just like triggered a fucking like response in me that was funky.
How old was the guy?
Yo, it was like it was for his wife, man. It was a nice thing. I think he was a nice guy. I just think I'm really fucking paranoid.
Of receiving tips?
No, of like seeing people being nice for no apparent reason. They have no gain.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. Like, not that people are spiteful or mean out here. It's just like there's not a lot of howdy neighbor in this part of
No, God, no.
the world.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of watching their backs and shit.
Yeah,
It's a different fucking world, man.
I feel like it's just overconsumption. Of
Yeah.
Doom news and all that,
Yeah, absolutely.
which probably has you in that state.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what you consume, but
Nothing good. I feel like I'm always in a fight or flight mode.
every article I see, it's just always negative. Like 10 dead here,
Yeah,
10
and like,
hostages killed here.
even if it's not necessarily people dying, a lot of it's just negative context too, just negative ideas.
Yeah, like your leader is bad. Here's why he's bad.
No, just like and shit about yourself too.
oh
It's
yeah.
like if you do these things, you'll never be the X, Y, or Z.
If you're
know?
doing this, you're gonna be dead in this
yeah,
many
exactly,
years.
and just like people fucking shit talking, like nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about on the internet.
There's so many contradicting TikToks.
Oh,
Like
big
with like
facts.
bananas are bad for you, and also are eggs. But then there's other people going like eggs are the greatest.
Anyone telling you bananas and eggs are bad for you needs to be shot.
There's literally people out there suggesting you to not drink water.
What's their argument?
I
What
don't
water
know for certain.
contains-
I don't like to listen to those individuals, but there's something in water that's killing us all apparently.
Fuck, it must have been doing it for years. The amount of people that have died that have drunk water.
Everyone,
Yeah,
everyone who's died.
fucking insane, bro.
Water's a fucking killer. Stop drinking it.
Water really is a killer. I saw some stat the other day, and it was like 97% of ocean water, like if you drink it, like not only is it like seawater, it's salty, but it's got like bacteria and fucking E. coli and fungi all in one glass of water.
Mm.
It's fucked up.
Wait, what type of water are you?
Seawater.
Seawater.
Ocean.
Yeah.
The largest thing on the earth is ocean, you know?
All they gotta do is like find a way to get all the salt and all that shit out, and
You can only purify it so much though. It's seawater. It's dirty water no matter how much you heat it up.
I mean, yeah, heat it up, but something scientific's got to come out where they can just like.
Because there are certain bacteria that can't be killed. What the fuck? You know those things that kind of look like fucking Pokemon, but they're like Targuses or whatever?
Oh, the little like. They look like turds almost.
Yeah, they
but
kind of
with
look like
little
turds
mouths.
with like legs and arms, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing can kill those things. Nothing.
Not even like heat.
They've
or-
tried radiation. They've tried like dropping like what the equivalent of like a bomb would be to something on that molecular level, and it did not affect it whatsoever. It was not affected by extreme cold conditions nor extreme heat conditions. They believe because since its discovery, it's been like a peak research point for so many areas in science. So they're like looking into it, and they think that the link to that leads to like human immunity. You know, so they think like they could increase age span with something like that.
Make armor out of it.
Yeah, like something to like make us live longer than we're already living, because these things just survive everything you throw at them.
I mean, an unmolested lobster will live forever, so... And I mean molested in the what, like bothered. Like if you leave a lobster alone in a tank, it'll live forever. So...
Aren't they the type where like you keep feeding it, it'll just get bigger and bigger?
Yeah.
Like I've seen lobster
like a pig.
catches. They like lobsters like this big. I know the audience can't see this, but I'm talking like 4 feet long for
There's
a
some
fucking lobster.
big ass lobsters in those tanks.
Crustaceans of the sea, man. It's They're sea bugs,
Sea
Yeah.
bugs,
and we
baby.
can't get enough of them. I love sea bugs. Lobster, crab, clam, you name it.
Would you be open to eating real bugs, like land bugs?
No,
No, that's the thing. Everybody's just like land bugs. Bleh, ew. But if they come from the ocean, they're like, oh, baby.
Baby. Give us some butter.
But you know, it's it comes down to a cultural thing too, because like there are cultures that are like eating scorpions.
Yeah. And bugs.
I'd try it. They got to be dead though.
You can't have them squirming.
I'm
in your
not
mouth.
eating a fucking alive bug. Nope.
What if they looked just like how they did in Lion King?
I'd puke. Bugs are disgusting.
You don't like the bugs from Lion
I
King?
don't like bugs.
Yeah, that's true.
Ugh.
I don't know. They seem like pretty squishy. Like they make gummies out of those bugs.
Oh yeah,
before.
I know the ones.
Those were great. I think they were in kids' cuisine boxes.
They're, like I blame low testosterone levels on kid cuisine meals.
Shrinking our gooches.
Yeah, shrinking our balls, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Fucking microplastics inside really processed food that was like already just. Come on, those brownies came out of a fucking factory, you know? They
Yeah,
weren't
those-
baked in a fucking oven, bro. They came on a fucking assembly line. They're packaged on assembly lines. Your food?
Yeah, each of the food
Like,
was
what
pretty
the fuck,
questionable.
bro?
It was definitely public school food and anything that can be bought with an EBT card.
Oh, God, yeah.
The bare
That's-
minimum.
That's what they did it to, because that's what's going to affect the minority of, or the majority of the population.
And it made sense because they were already making Banquet, which appeals to adults. So you just make a kid's version of that. But Daddy's eating Banquet. I'm having kid cuisine.
My God.
Dude, like really questionable food. The brownies were fucked because on like you know, like it's for real. They rob you. First of all, it's a really small brownie, and on one side it's molten lava, and then on the other side it's freezing cold. Because it doesn't heat up like thoroughly. It never does. And
Yeah.
it's the same with all the food that you get in that shit. Those meals are so bad for you.
I remember, like, not that it was kids' cuisine, but Lunchables. Like, bringing it to school was sometimes the worst because you couldn't get it heated. So having that cold sauce in the pizza packet.
I always ate the cold pizzas.
I was going to say I've never once met somebody that heat up
Yeah.
a Lunchable pizza.
I was always under the impression that you don't heat up Lunchables.
You don't heat up Lunchables.
They used to have instructions to heat it up.
Well,
You're
that's
living in a fantasy
crazy.
world.
Or they made chicken nuggets that you had to heat up.
You didn't
I
have to
know.
heat those up. I
You
ate
did,
those
yeah,
cold all the
those,
time.
yeah, the shakers and the dunkers, bro.
Bro, I even ate the fucking, my favorite Lunchable at the time was the hot dog Lunchable.
I
I
think-
was, hot dog lunchables? What the fuck was wrong with me, bro?
That sounds gross.
You got 2 mini wieners per container. What kind of bargain is that? And 2 small buns.
I used to work with a dude at fucking Shaw's that would just buy the straight up Purdue chicken nuggets out of the fucking cold freezer. He'd buy 2 of them and eat them fucking right out of the package.
Just cold?
Yeah.
It's called brain food.
Yeah, man.
Something to get the system going.
Oh my god, yeah. That fucking, I don't know.
Think about how much bigger you would be if you knew you could eat all these things without having to wait and heating them up.
I'd be so big. Just dumping cold chicken nuggets down
You
my
ever
mouth.
just eat SpaghettiOs out of the can?
All the time, bro.
Yup.
I'd heat them
They're
up if I
better
had a
that way.
microwave, but when I got older, I was like, there's really no point in putting this in the microwave.
The more trash question is, have you ever heated up the can of SpaghettiOs in the can on the stove?
That's bold. I broke 2 microwaves with SpaghettiOs, but never the stove.
Yeah, well, because on a stove, it's not going to explode.
Yep.
So, like, you just pop the top and put it on the stove top in the can, and it's real hobo style.
My dad had this friend who took this old unbranded jar of spaghetti or a can of spaghetti. He opened it right up and just drank it. Like, started drinking the shit and then finished half of it and put the rest in my fridge. And he's like, here, you can have that later. Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people. My dad does that.
I hate cheese sticks, and the only thing I hate more than cheese sticks are the combo packs of cheese sticks and meat sticks.
Ugh.
like
It's
the
a-
P3s.
No, like string cheese makes me vomit.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind. Like, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but so do you eat mozzarella sticks?
Only if they're fried.
That's
I know, and I get that, but I can't eat a cold fucking cheese stick.
Do you
That's
bite
fair.
into it or do you strip it?
I don't do either because I don't fucking go near those things.
Okay. I don't know. They have like a different taste to them if you strip them compared to just like biting into them.
I'm gonna say I think you knew this about me, but I can't eat unmelted cheese.
Unmelted?
Like it needs to be warm and melted onto something. I can't just eat cold
You
cheese.
can't
you've-
just eat like a cheese slice?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't do it. Nope.
Hmm.
Yep. It's got to be warm. Got to be melted.
I can't relate. I have that.
No, I know. You're cheese man.
There's that. I read long ago, like cheese has this very like special compound to it that gives you the same addiction as heroin.
And that's why we are who we are.
That's why I am who I am.
What's your favorite cheese?
American. Like a goddamn American.
Bad answer.
I don't like cheese. I like American cheese.
Government issued cheese.
Yeah.
You make me sick.
Yellow.
You?
Either like I don't know. It's a toss up of 3, but probably mozzarella.
You really think mozzarella is better than cheddar?
In some instances, yeah.
The Frenchman
bro.
just came out and you.
I mean, can you blame me?
Yes. Cheddar's gross.
Cheddar's delicious, but that's not my favorite cheese.
I'm not saying cheddar's bad. It's just
I bet-
mozzarella takes
Have you
over.
seen them make mozzarella?
Yes,
Why would I eat that?
it's delicious.
No. Yeah, cool. I'll just go without it. That's why when the guy at fucking Olive Garden or any Italian place is like, you want some cheese on that? I'm like, no, I don't fucking. If a single
He's giving
grain,
you Parmesan though.
if a single grain of that fucking cheese touches my pasta, I'm telling him to bring it back and
That's
bring me a new
That's
one.
Parmesan. It's not mozzarella.
I don't give a fuck what it is.
What makes a difference?
It makes no difference. Cheese is fucking gross.
What? Colby Jack though.
Colby Jack's
I'm a
pretty great.
Big believer in Colby Jack.
Colby Jack brings the best.
But then
out of
again,
cheese.
like when it comes to cheese, I like pretty much every cheese. Pepper Jack, Colby Jack, cheddar, cheddar Jack.
I'm sure there's like cottage cheese. I don't fuck with that.
That's different though. It's not technically cheese. Well, it is a culture. I don't know. It's disgusting nonetheless. I don't eat goat cheese. I don't eat cottage cheese. There's other cheeses. I don't eat cream cheese.
Yeah, that one's a weird one.
Cream cheese is nasty, bro.
I love it, but I don't understand why you don't.
I don't eat goat cheese.
I think it's that coldness factor to it.
Yeah,
Like, it's not heated up and
I
melted.
can't eat cold cheese.
Got cream cheese on a bagel. Nothing like it.
Oh my god, that's disgusting just thinking about it.
So do you not eat bagels
I eat bagels almost every day.
with butter? Or
Sometimes plain, sometimes with butter.
have you ever eaten a bagel without even heating it up?
Yes.
I don't understand you people.
I wouldn't be a
Ricky used
Boshin
to
if
do
I
that.
hadn't. Well, yeah.
Or he probably still does.
Quick food. And it's still delicious. It's bread. The only thing I love more than melted cheese is bread.
Bread's so good.
What's your favorite bread?
Come back to me.
I like rye.
You're a rye
You're
guy?
a fucking Polak.
Butter and rye.
You make me sick.
Reminds me of home.
It's a toss-up between French and Italian.
Both are very good choices.
I mean, it depends on what I'm having, but like,
Fair. After years of competitive research, I have come to the conclusion that sourdough is indeed the best bread.
sourdough is a top-tier bread, but it's not number one in my heart.
I love white bread with like the flour on it.
Homemade white bread,
Oh, yeah.
nothing beats it. Like a butter bread, like a homemade butter bread
Mhm.
is fucking phenomenal.
I gotta order. I have some bread pans in my cart on Amazon because that's how I'm gonna start eating bread.
You're gonna start making your own bread?
My own like white bread, yeah.
I plan on starting making my own white bread too. It's a lot harder than you think. I fucked up 3 fucking times.
Just get a
Oh,
bread
man.
machine.
I thought of that too. Aren't they like super expensive though?
Like $100.
Yeah.
And it's like up to you. How much do you think is expensive to make your own bread whenever the hell you want?
Well, I think I could do it with just a bread pan and some ingredients. And
Get yourself a fucking bread machine.
down the road.
No,
I used to have one. My
Yeast
mo-
is a bitch.
yeast is a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, I tried making my own alcohol one time, and I don't think the yeast did shit.
Oh, yo, that was disgusting.
Yeah, I remember
I remember
that.
that. That was fucking ridiculous. You were out of your gourd back then.
Does Christine still make her own alcohol?
Yeah, she makes wine all the time. But she's like,
stomping on grapes in the basement.
she's trying to make absinthe, though.
Ugh,
That's her next
it's
endeavor.
illegal.
For now, anyway.
I'll cut that out.
Wait, what?
What?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What is
My
she-
mom wants to allegedly make absinthe.
Allegedly.
Yep.
What's her process? Like, does she still do like the gallon of juice and
Yeah, a
a
gallon of
balloon?
juice and a balloon. Yep. And patience.
Lots of patience. Does
Lots
she-
of patience.
How long does she leave it for?
It's like a 4 to 6 month process.
Oh shit! Yeah,
So
we
you
left.
only end up with 2 to 3 batches a year.
I only left mine for like a couple weeks.
Yeah, and you were like, that's good enough.
Good enough, and then drank it. It might have or might have not fucked me up.
That room was so terrible, especially when you and I were living in there. Because, like, I want you to picture this, people. You walk in and there's a TV to your left, and across from that TV, there's a bed. And then there's a TV on the wall to the right of that. And then there's a bed to the left on that. And then there's a mini fridge in the fucking corner. And that was our bedroom. And wall plaster would fall on you all the time.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall and the ceiling was signed by everyone.
Yep, it was literally like it was ceiling with drywall coming out the fucking walls and the ceiling. And it was like covered up with a fucking like board.
To picture this house, you have to picture a crack house, but understand that nobody in the house used crack.
A civilized crack house, if you will.
A hoarder house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hoarder
We'll call
house.
it like it is.
No doubt about that. It was a tough lifestyle to grow up in.
This is what happens when 2 hoarders marry and have children.
Exactly. It was not a good idea.
But goddamn, was it a fucking wonderland for children?
No, yeah, it was the place to go to do drugs.
My first real playground.
I love all the different messages we left on the walls and ceilings, like crab rangoon, remedies.
You're gonna have to bleep this out, but support group plus alternative medicine. That was right above my bed. And then like all the posters and artwork I had up at the time too. Like, you know, the picture of me with the dolphin.
Dolphins. I love that picture.
I gotta find that. I don't know where the fuck that is.
So many posters on the wall. So many drawings of like different bands. Like you had Pink Floyd.
Yep.
I think the Red Sox.
That was at the time it was Zach's birthday present when Zach had that room, so they painted the walls with all those designs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That was a long, long time. See, Zach and I switched rooms all the fucking time.
What was the motivation for that?
Which thing?
Switching rooms.
Just like, hey man, this is what I have for amenities.
I never knew his room to be your room the whole time I had hung out there. Your room was your room and his room was his room.
Up until my room was his room and his room was my room.
Right. But
Yep.
like, that was a very short time period because soon after
Yep.
that, you guys moved to Graham's.
Yep.
But what did you use that back corner for originally in that room?
It was so cool.
Lots and lots of stuff. I originally had a lizard up there,
Okay.
and I like on that side of the room, I had a lizard tank and a bunch of broken computers.
See, I would have marked you to be the one that put your bed in that corner, but also I know how much you hate the heat and you were fat back then, so the window was a must next to the bed.
My bed was in the corner when Zach and I shared a room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was that time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I went through a period, I didn't sleep in a bed for a lot of years.
Yep.
Like as soon as I started like hanging out with people, I stopped doing that. But like,
Wait, did you sleep on the floor?
no, I slept in you know those ginormous dome chairs? They're like satellite dishes. I slept in one of those for like 3 years.
Holy shit.
A box that came from our like giant ass like box TV back in the day. I slept in that box for 2 years.
I'd used to sleep on the floor. It was like an interesting experience.
I enjoyed it, and then I'd sleep in that box for a while. But then I got a tent for Christmas one year, so I pitched a tent in my room and just slept in the tent.
That's pretty sick.
It was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. And then I had a bed, and for a while, and it had like these wooden slat boards, and this was right around the time when you guys started hanging out with me, and it had those wooden slat boards at the bottom, and it had a crater dipped in,
Oh, yep.
and I was sleeping in a fucking crater.
Your bed was starting to look like that Johnny Depp death in Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah, it was fucked up.
where he gets sucked into the bed.
It was a tough way to go. I broke a lot of beds. Zach broke a lot of beds back in our day.
I broke a lot of chairs, a lot of beds, a lot of futons.
Zach broke a lot of doors too.
Oh yeah,
And we all broke windows.
you all had curtains for doors because of
Because it was just crazy. Like for a long time, both of those rooms had doors.
But what happened to each one?
I think Zach like got angry and started like bashing mine one day, and it like kind of broke, but it didn't like break all the way. And I was like, hey, honestly, I want beaded curtains for my door because I saw it at a mall one time, and I thought it was the coolest fucking thing that like I've ever experienced. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna have that in my room.
That's fucking awesome.
That was before I knew how to jack off, though. So it was very like it wasn't. That was a very low income investment.
Yeah.
Bad return.
Didn't get a lot of privacy later on.
No, it was really tough when you're like trying to bang and like somebody knocks on your curtain rod, and you gotta fucking and you hear the thing just sliding down the rail while you're like naked.
You're like,
Jesus fucking Christ,
oh my god,
scarring.
It would be.
My childhood was crazy living in a crack shack.
That house speaks to teenage hormones for the simple fact that anybody could get laid in that house.
Oh god, yeah. The sexual energy was raw in that house. Everybody could feel it.
Just horny teens everywhere.
Horny teens everywhere, drug-addled teens, emotions were rising, hormones flaring. It was a fucked up time period for every single human being that stepped foot in.
Like, it was one thing to get laid in the trap itself because that's where we all got fucked up, and when you're fucked up, things happen. But like, to get laid in the house, in the state it was in at the end when we started having girls over there and stuff, was just like, it just speaks to how horny teenagers can be. Because like, if you tried to bang someone there, in the state it was in today,
With sensible people.
yeah, you'd get laughed at and then tweeted about. You'd probably get canceled for suggesting it.
Oh, probably.
We lived in a different world.
That would be like a downfall moment.
And like for a lot of kids, like nobody else had that at their house. So like a lot of people had their first like drug experience at my house.
Yeah. We turned a lot of kids.
Yep. And they were all just fucking like all hooked on blow and shit.
We're gonna have to bleep out our answers, but in your opinion, who was the craziest person we ever got fucked up at the trap? Because
It's
could get wild when he got fucked up.
oh yeah. He would drop questions out of nowhere, just like, hey, y'all eat ass?
Yeah, like we had smoked like 5 bong packs right in a row, and like we were all like talking and shit. And we hadn't heard from him in like 5 minutes. He was dead silent. He's like, "Hey, y'all eat ass?"
Go one by one around the room, like, let's start with you. Would you eat ass?
And we, we had a lot of back and forth, and then we had a lot of, what? Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Most shocking to me was it was more recent, but
Okay.
That's fair because we've been getting high with him for like 3 years now, and like he was always a kid we would never thought would have smoked back in the
That's
day.
fair. They all turn eventually.
They all turn
Yeah.
eventually. It's a big fact.
I was straight edge at one point.
We had one kid. Fucking love this kid. He was a great fucking kid.
I know
But
Corbin.
when he smoked at our house, he glitched out.
Makes sense.
he was like he like took a hit. He's like, I feel like I'm lagging.
Did he go to college or did he join the military?
Yes.
Okay. Good answer.
I got another one for you. You remember when like we're like smoking blunts on 420 and James comes over and starts taking shots.
Okay.
oh, but yeah, he'd pull out the bottle that by himself
And
and
we were-
just start pouring it.
Pookie's like, hey James, this is James. And Jamie
Yeah.
looks at him. I'm the Alpha James.
Take shot.
He didn't even shake his hand. He was just like, I'm the Alpha James.
Yeah, he just dead stare.
The funniest thing that ever fucking happened. Brian and I are fucking on the trampoline and we're fucking around, and James fucking comes on over and he starts jumping on the trampoline and he like gets a bunch of wet leaves on his ass. So,
Wet
like,
ass.
Yeah, we started making fun of him. We're like, fucking wet ass, fucking wet leafy ass, you little fucking prick, And he fucking like got upset and ran away. And he like jumped over the fence and he got caught in a vine. So he was just dangling there for a couple
Oh
seconds.
my god.
I was pissed myself.
He didn't help.
You should have hit him like a pinata.
No, can you think about where his fence was in relation to the trampoline.
No,
There's some
that's fair.
distance
Yeah,
there.
okay.
That backyard, when like the nice weather would roll around, we're like, we're gonna smoke outside today. Remember we'd pull the chairs out?
Yep.
That was a pretty nice backyard.
You think so?
I thought so. It was a little overgrown towards the end, but
Yeah, like the scrap pile.
yeah, then the scrap pile started accumulating.
The
on
fucking weapon pile where you could like pick up anything and use it as a weapon.
the sticks that we'd pick up,
There's so many fucking sticks.
sword battles and just whatnot.
I can only imagine what like my neighbors thought of me.
Did we tell the shoe story? How we stole Pookie's shoes?
Oh, he brought this up the other day. He was pissed. Remember when we stole Pookie's shoes and threw them up in trees? Yeah, he's still salty about that.
Of course he is. He's autistic.
I'll never get over that.
But they were like brand new to him, weren't they?
Yeah, he had just got them.
Oh my god! And we just threw him up in a fucking tree.
Yeah, there had to be an incentive though. It's not like we're cruel people. There had to be like he had to piss us off,
It was probably because it was funny.
Yeah, I was just doing it because it was funny. You probably got pissed off by him.
That's hard to say. Sometimes I got pissed. Sometimes, and like a lot of the times, why we butt heads so much is that he'd get like upset and I'd laugh. It's not fucking funny.
It's not fucking funny.
And then anytime he said it, it would just get funnier.
Yeah, especially on vacation when we were up in Vermont again for the second year, and we were all passing the bottle. He's like, "There's 7 of us." Fucking trying to take down a whole big ass bottle, and he goes to bed, and there's like 4 of us left, still trying to finish the bottle. And we're just being rowdy as all hell. And he comes up, emerges from the basement, and he's like, You guys really need to quiet down.
Being so fucking loud.
I can hear you from the basement.
Do you remember, like, he was like, yeah, I woke up the next day and I was picking up popcorn. And Brad and I were just geeking.
Because I ate popcorn on the couch that night, but I was so drunk. I couldn't coordinate.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
What was the phrase for that? Like, wait till Pookie finds out. There were so many phrases.
Yeah, we
each year,
were
too.
like, wait till Pookie sees the fucking popcorn comes under the couch.
Oh boy.
We couldn't fucking stand that anymore.
That was the first time I watched Hereditary on that trip.
I haven't watched it since, but I think about it a lot.
That movie's so gay.
It's so bad in so many places, but there's so many moments where it's like, oh shit.
It's well written.
I enjoyed it
Well shot.
as far as like horror movies go.
Yeah, like it kept me on my toes. Like that one scene, the one scene in particular when the girl has asthma or the peanut allergy and she's coughing in the car, leans out, gets hit by a pole. That struck me so goddamn hard.
The tension for that scene, because the buildup was really fucking, it was tense, you know? Like, as soon as they get to the party, you know something's fucked. Like, you know something fucked up is going to happen as soon as he's like, yeah, you got to take your sister along.
Yeah.
And like, you know, the fucking cake or brownies or whatever the fuck they were, you're like, oh no, she's going to fucking have an allergy reaction. And like, that happens. They fucking... And he can't open the window, and he's like freaking out in the car, and she's like, you know, dying of an attack. And then he opens the window and just get her head cleaved off by a fucking telephone pole.
God.
And then of course the mother like killing herself, or like the husband, I think, with the piano wire. That was fucked up, bro.
Oh no, the husband like lit on fire.
Yeah, he caught on fire. So remember that at the end though, she's like cutting her throat with fucking piano wire. And like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Banging on the door, the ceiling.
I am your mother. We're geeking. That's the thing. A lot of horror movies just make me geek.
The Conjuring, especially.
I've never laughed harder at a movie than The Conjuring.
Because the dad is so clueless
He's
in
so
that
fucking
movie.
clueless. And the jump scares are just stupid.
Yeah.
Like once you get over the initial like jumping of it, and then you get to like the zoom in of the face, you're like, oh, it's not that
That's just
impressive.
some crazy
Yeah,
bitch.
it's just some crazy bitch. That's the type of person you see outside of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You know, around midnight.
But someone gave them powers for a little bit just to spook you.
Crackheads are invincible. Like, yeah, when Joe Rogan had Freddie Gibbs on, and he's like, I shot that motherfucker 9 or like 15 times with a Tech 9. He just kept coming at me.
That's PCP.
That's different, man.
You feel like Superman on that shit.
I want to do it once.
You feel like God for a day.
I already do. So I can only imagine what it would do for me.
You'd ascend.
I probably would. To a better place in time.
Start lifting cars up and shit, flipping them over.
So theoretically, a human being can lift a car up, because you hear stories of like mothers lifting cars up off of children and shit, you know? It's just like the way our muscles work, they're not designed to carry that much load. They like try to avoid that type of stress because, you know, that's fucked up. But like humanly, you are capable of like lifting insane amounts of weight.
With that adrenaline.
Yeah, your muscles just stop you from doing it to keep you fucking safe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You never really know how strong you are until you gotta be.
That's right. Those dangerous situations activate the best in you.
Amen. They're good for you.
Good for me, good for you.
You know the Biden meme that's going around right now?
It's Jover.
I haven't heard that. That's funny as fuck. And it's like a clip of him talking. He's like, "Good deal. Everybody wins. You win, I win."
I win.
You know, it's like something like that. But like they've just been using it in a bunch of really fucking creative ways.
Oh, man.
It's been funny as fuck.
There's this one video that I can't wait to be turned into a meme. It's another like Ben Affleck sighing because like some people caught him walking to his car with Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
And like there's Daily Loud is like under fire because they speculated it as if they were like arguing, but they're really just like having a conversation.
See, like the media is fucking dangerous, and they promote lies and shit. Like the whole Jamie Foxx thing.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Because all these news outlets are like, oh yeah, Jamie Foxx is in critical condition. Like his family's asking for prayers. They're like bracing for the end. And the family comes out like yesterday and they're like, we're fine. He's recovering.
Which, thank God.
Oh, absolutely. He's a
Love
fucking
Jamie Foxx.
He's a fucking icon. That man is impressive. Very talented.
The multi star
Big facts. He's a rapper.
and an actor.
There's so many actors that are rappers.
Donald Glover says he's the best one.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
really, I think it's my guy.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Because I respect the fuck out of that. Are We There Yet? It's one of the
Yes.
funniest movies I've ever seen, hands down. He did one recently too, and I think it was called like School Fight, and he like fights Charlie Day
Yep.
at a middle school.
I love the one he did with Kevin Hart, where it was Ride Along.
Oh yeah, Right Along was pretty fucking funny.
It's funny when you take a guy like that coming out of like the most violent place in America, making all this like violent music, and he's a family movie guy.
Yeah, I love that for him.
That's the best dynamic ever.
It's fucking fantastic. Ice Cube's great.
He nails it.
Yeah, he really does. No doubt about that.
Just like we nailed your ears in this week's episode.
Damn, are we already? Oh, we're already at the fucking hour mark.
Yeah,
God damn.
We're over it.
Well, thanks for coming out, everybody. We love you.
Drive safe.
It's been a pleasure.
Everyone.
Get home safely.
Thanks
Stay
for listening.
sober. You're doing the Lord's work.
Love yous.
Have a good night.